might have a beanie obsession. Hello Beatle people and happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Maybe some of you guys are having some midterms. This week is Beatles Tag. Number 1. How did you discover the Beatles? When I was like really young, my parents always, like mostly my dad actually, would play like Beatles music, and like I always knew like mainstream Beatles songs, like I Wanna Hold Your Hand and Hard Day's Night and Help and all like those kind of songs. And when I was like 9, we went to this theater to see Hard Day's Night, which was pretty cool. And I didn't really think much of it. Like I always knew the Beatles were like the most famous band ever, but I wasn't like really into them. In like May last year, I don't know why this popped into my head, probably like fate or something, I don't know. I was just doing homework and I finished, and then I'm like, oh my god, I totally remember going to see that Beatles movie. It just popped into my head, and so I was like, I wonder if they have it on YouTube. So I googled it and I watched it, and I was just like, I actually think this is really funny. Oh my god, no one told me that like they had other songs. Oh my god, they're really cute. Just download all my dad's music, my dad's Beatles music into my phone, and the rest is history. Who is your favorite Beatle and why? I said this in my first video. My favorite Beatle is George. George is my favorite Beatle for like a lot of reasons. Like Allison said, it's really hard to explain it, but I think that he's just really inspirational. He's just kind of a good role model if you really understand the good things about him, especially nowadays because people have more common sense. But yeah, and he like I just love like all his music and everything like that, and he's also really cute, which is not like the only reason that I like him. What is your favorite album and why? My favorite Beatles album would have to be Help. I don't know, I just like it because all the songs there are really good, plus the movie is amazing, but all the songs are really good, and I like how it's kind of like, it's not, but it's like a lot of the songs there are like a more acoustic, like You've Got to Hide Your Love Away and I've Just Seen a Face, and I like how it's still kind of like the height of the Mop Top era, but you can tell that it's a lot different from like I Wanna Hold Your Hand and She Loves You and stuff like that. Have the Beatles impacted your wardrobe? Actually, kind of. I kind of want to dress more like I'm like the 60s. Like I love mod, like that kind of mod fashion I really like. Obviously, I'm not today because 80s, but like I just like Twiggy and like mod and everything like that. Like I love the mod makeup and everything like that. Definitely more of a mod than a rocker. But there's been other bands and things that have impacted the way that I dress. Not naming any names, Mike Nesmith. Have the Beatles impacted your language? I say fab and groovy and rad and man a lot. Sometimes I say grotty. It's kind of bad. I'll just be like, yeah, man. What's up, man? Like, it's actually not okay. Are there any Beatles songs you don't like? There's always the obvious Revolution 9, but I really don't like Wild Honey Pie. That song, no. And also The Long and Winding Road, it's just kind of too intense. My sister just got home. Slight angle change, yeah. What is your favorite Beatles book? One of the best Beatles books. It's kind of not really a Beatles book, well it is, but it's a Paul biography. It's called Fab, and it's excellent. It's amazing. Whose solo career was your favorite? Probably Paul, to be honest. Paul probably has the most. Sorry, that was just bothering me. Most solo or... But I also like George's a lot. It's really good. Crackerbox Palace music video. Oh my god. What are your opinions on Yoko Ono? I don't hate Yoko. I don't... Like, she's not my favorite Beatle wife, but I do like her. But I actually really like her now. Like her Twitter is so like inspiring, like as cheesy as that sounds, because it's really deep, but it really is. But I don't know, I like that she made John happy and, you know, stuff like that. but you know, I don't think she should have been in the creative process of the band. I freaking hate Heather Mills. She is really not attractive. I'm sorry, but people always say Paul only married her because she was attractive. She's not. Like, her, no. And plus, she's a freaking demon from a place down hell. She's a gold digger, which I'm sure you all know that. Heather Millions, as I like to say. The Beatles break up. I really don't think you can blame one person. I just think that it was a lot of people's faults. It wasn't really faults though, because I mean the band, it was like you can't work with the same people for that much time and still get along how you used to, because when you get older you're gonna change, because you know when you're young you're kind of naive to the whole thing. They didn't know anything about the music business and like how it worked in like '64 when they came to America. They were all just like excited and everything was really fun, but then it kind of got more like serious and more demanding of them, so inevitably they were gonna break up. Favorite Beatles era? I have to say music wise, really 65, 66. Like the whole transition kind of period is my favorite. Like transition to more psychedelic. Favorite Beatles wife? My favorite Beatle wife would have to be Olivia. I think she's like she's really strong about everything, because I mean to follow what the whole Eric Clapton situation probably was not easy for her. No, I think Olivia was just better for what George needed in a person. But Linda would have to be a close second for sure. I love Linda and Paul. They are adorable together. You have a better connection with older people because of your obsession. Me and my dad talk about the Beatles like a lot. We've just been talking about like, you know, John and Yoko and the peace movement, and we were talking about like the breakup. We talked about, you know, George's like whole like Hare Krishna thing. We weren't like not close before, but now I have much more things to say. How have the Beatles inspired you? They've inspired me in a lot of ways. I think I have more confidence now than I ever have before. When I see like people like make fun of hippies and stuff, I'm just kind of like, I think hippies are cool. Making my music taste so much better, because now that I'm into the Beatles, I hate like most modern music. I used to just listen to that like cheesy radio station of like all the popular songs that everyone listened to. Now like everyone's obsessed with that Passenger song, and I'm just like, I didn't even know Royals until like a couple like weeks ago. Plus, they got me into The Who. And I was reintroduced to the Monkees, because when I got into the Beatles, I was like, oh my god, I totally remember that show from when I totally remember that show that my dad showed me when I was like 5, that was made in the 60s, and so I was like watching it on YouTube and I'm like, I freaking love the Monkees now. So yeah, thank you Beatles. That is that. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye.